Okay, so guys, here's where we are. We just took a quiz on 6162. 6.3 we're going to do for 2 days. Test review Monday, Tuesday, test next Wednesday. So we're going to have a test on what we did yesterday and then on what we do today and tomorrow. Okay, so if you did well on yesterday's stuff, you understood it, great. You really only have one more new thing to learn. When I put the quiz grade in, or if you know for sure I did not do well in that quiz, go back and watch the videos. That's why I put everything on Canvas. Okay, here's some vocab words for you. The number and or letters that you see underneath a radical is called the radicand. Oh, it's frozen. Sorry. Thank you. The red part is called a radical. Sometimes we just kind of call it a square root, but that's only one type of radical. We can have third roots, fourth roots, fifth roots, 100 roots, okay? So like a generic name for any number that you have in here is just radical. It's a radical, okay? And then this number that you see in here is called the root, or you might hear it be called the index, okay? Important fact, let me ask you guys this. If I just give you 4x, what's the number in front of the x? Not a trick. It sounds like I'm tricking you. What number is in front of x? 4. Okay. If I just give you x, what number is in front of the x? 1. I don't see it. How do you know? You just know it. It defaults to that. That's right, Dawn. So if I just write x, none of you are like, what is in front of it? It's a 1. That means 1x. So what I'm getting at here, guys, is when you see a radical without a number there, it's a what number? Not 1. There's no such thing as a 1th root. 2. This is a square root. So when you don't see a number in there, it defaults to a 2. It's a square root, okay? Any others, you'll see the number in there. 3rd root, 4th root, and so on, okay? So for example, right here, this is a square root. 64x squared is the radicand, okay? So root 2 radicand 64x to the second. We're gonna, why did I write those there? I'm looking at my notes and I'm looking at that. Oh, I think I was just giving examples. Okay, yeah, this is a square root. This is a 3rd root. This is a 4th root. And guys, you can have numbers, letters, or one of each, or just one of them in there. You can have just numbers, just letters, or combine them. And we're going to learn how to simplify them, okay? Something else that's really, really important is the sign in front of the radical. So look ahead to example 1. You see some of them have signs in front of them, like A has a plus or a minus, D has just a minus, B and C have no sign. That means positive, right? When you don't see something in front of a number, you know it's positive. It defaults to that. There's some of those just known things in that, okay? So let's simplify these. I don't think any of you will have problems with the number 25. What's the square root of 25? Just the square root of 25. 5. Square root of 25. Where's that button on your calculator? Let's go over the calculator because I already can feel the vibe, but you might not remember where all the buttons are. Because you're going to do more than just square root. You're going to do 3rd roots, 4th roots, all on a calculator. Square root is blue above the x squared. Remember, anything in blue on here, you have to hit the blue second button. So if you want to do a square root, you hit second x squared. Okay, and then you can put the 25 in there, for example, and get 5. Let's go ahead and finish talking about the other roots. Where is cube root, 4th root, 5th root, 1,000 root? We won't go that high, but they're on here. Where you have to go is math. So hit your math button, and right there on that screen, look at number 4. That's cube root. So if you want to do the cube root of something, which we will be in a second, 343, for example, let's put that in. It'll give you the answer of 7. That means 7 times 7 times 7 is 343, okay? Math. Know where it is, guys. So I'd rather be walking around helping with math, not like, where's the button? I will, but, you know, if we all look at it now, it might help. Math, and then number 4 is your cube root, okay? Now, what if you want to do a 4th root or a 5th root or something bigger than that? That's number 5. Look at number 5. It has an X there. That means you can put any number you want there. But to do so, go back to your home screen, just hit clear. You have to hit the number 4 first. So we're going to have to do the 4th root of 16 in a minute. So you have to hit 4 first. Go back to math. Which number am I going to hit? 5. Good, JT. And you see how it puts the 4 in there for you? So anything above 3, you have to put the root first and then go to math 5. And the 4th root of 16 is 2. That means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 4 2's multiplied together is 16. Okay? So back to these problems. Put a plus or minus in front. It just goes with it. If there's a plus or minus in front, you keep it in front. The square root of 25 is 5. Now, we took care of that, right? Let's talk about x to the 4th. Really, really simple. What is the root of this problem? What's the root? 2. Whatever the root is, you divide your exponent by it. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to go up here. It's x to the 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2. What's 4 divided by 2? Divided by 2 is 2. So you divide your power by your root. Here's why, guys. X to the 4th is 4 x's. That's what that means. It's just a shortcut way of writing it. And this is saying how many groups of 2 do we have? There's a group of 2. There's a group of 2 for a total of 2. Right? What's the square root of 36? 6. Right? That is 6. And we just do 8 divided by 2. What's 8 divided by 2?
4.
4. Here's your answer. We did the cube root a minute ago. If you want to practice it again, math, and then you can just hit number 4. 343 is 7. So the cube root of 343 is 7. And then we just divide. 18 divided by our index or root is 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Are we getting these? Pretty simple so far, right? We just a second ago did the 4th root of 16. Remember, hit 4, math 5, and you'll get to that. There's a negative in front. We just keep it in front. 4th root of 16 is 2. And our root is 4, right? It's there. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And you can write the 1 or not. We probably wouldn't normally write it, right? 4. Start with 4. Right? You need 4th root. Then go to math. What number do we hit, Dylan? Yep. So the 4th root of 16 is 2. Any other questions on example 1? Because we have another one to go over. I'm going to teach you a new rule, even, even, odd. I want you to hear my voice in your sleep. Even, even, odd rule. Here we come. So, there's a rule in math, and that is this. There's many rules, right? There's so many rules we have to follow. One of them is you can never have a negative number under a even number radical. What would it give you if you did? We've done it before. I mean, we've seen it. Like, if we had the square root of a negative number, our answer was just what? Not negative. It was I. Good. Imaginary. We're not doing any more imaginary numbers. You should not have any imaginary. So here's the thing. No negatives under a square root or a 4th root. Can you have a negative under an odd number root? You can. You're allowed to. If this is an odd number, this is fine. And if you're ever unsure, if you're like, oh, I can't remember which ones are good and which ones are not good, test it. You're allowed to use a calculator. I'm not taking it away from you. If I do math, and then number 4 is my cube root, and I put -8 in there, I get -2. Watch if I try to put the square root of -8. It's going to give me an error. It says non-real answer, meaning it's imaginary. Okay? So when in doubt, try something in your calculator to see. The reason we can have a negative under a cube root is because 3 negatives equals a negative. And that's what that means. 3 of the same number multiplied should give us that. -2 times -2 times -2. Okay, so what is this even, odd? This is when you, so let's draw our radical again. Anytime you have an even number here, an even exponent, so even, and you get an odd exponent answer. Now, it sounded really complicated. Write it down for me. Whenever that happens, you have to put absolute value symbols around that portion of your answer. The reason is, x's or variables are unknowns. We don't know what x is in some of these problems, right? They don't say plug a number in. It's unknown. But when we have to do the even, odd rule, we're saying we don't know what x is, but we know it had to be positive because you can't have negatives under the radical. But the only time that happens is when this is even, and this is odd. Let me show you what I mean. Okay? It's easier to show with an example. So let's do the 4th root of 81x to the 4th. Okay? So you can go ahead and solve it, like we just did in the other example. So you can start there. And we go, okay, 4th root, remember I hit 4 first, then I go to math 5, and I put 81 in there. Right? I can't put the variable in there, but I can put the 81 in there. And I get 3. Okay? So the 4th root of 81 is 3. Did that. And then I divide. 4 goes into 4 one time. That's my answer, right? But we have to check for even, odd. So watch. Just look up here so you don't miss it. Even. Yep, that's even. Even. Yep. Is this odd or even out here? X to the first is odd. Look, watch, so you don't miss it. What goes in absolute values, value symbols, is just the X. Why not the 3? Because we already know what 3 is. 3 is not unknown. 3 is positive 3. That's it. Okay? We don't know what X is, but we're saying we don't know what it is, but it has to be positive. And that's what absolute value symbols do for us. Let's look at another one. Square root of 121x squared. Okay? We don't see a number in here. We know it's a 2. It'll never be written there for you. You know it's a 2. If you want to draw it in there, that's fine. The square root of 121, just trust me, is 11. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. Even, odd rule. Even, and 1 is odd. Absolute value symbols have to go around the x, not the 11. That would be wrong. Okay, let's do one more. By the way, if it's odd, you don't even have to worry about the rule because you already, this is an odd number. There's no need to check the rest of it. Okay, so it's only when you see an even number root, that's a 2 right there, that you ever even have to worry about it. So here's another even number root. Oh my gosh, that looks so hard. But you have a calculator. My point is, guys, it's typing numbers in. I see how fast you text. You can text under your desk while you're having a conversation with me. So you should have no problem typing that in. 4. Right. 4. What? Okay. 4 math 5. Right? Get your 4th root on there. 1, 2, 9, 6. That's not any harder than doing the 4th root of 16. 6. Okay, great. Right? The answer is 6. And then 24 divided by 4 is 6. All right, even, odd, right? This is even. This is even. What is 6? Even. We don't need absolute value symbols. Even, even, odd. And if there's lots of letters, you have to check every letter. Even, even, odd, odd, okay? So one more thing before we go to the homework. The only time you have to do this is, actually, oh wait, let's just say we will. Okay, so let's go to the homework, and I apologize if you need to get up and rip out the page. I feel terrible. Or I'll put up the blank one if you want to take a picture of it. Where are you? Because I feel like I didn't have you rip it out, right? I don't think I did. So we're doing, we're just doing 1 through 8, 10 through 12. So we're basically doing this 1 through 12, but omitting number 9. So if you want to take a picture of that, so you don't have to go rip it out, I'm going to make it even bigger for you. And this is C7. C7. Okay, let me, page 331, that's what I said. I don't know if you ripped it out. 331. I don't think I had you rip it out, JT. So that's what I'm saying. Either take a picture, or you can just, this is going to be up here, so you can just write them down if you want to. Or go rip it out. All right, guys, let me help you get started here. All right, don't forget your even, even, odd rule. All right, if there's a plus or minus in front, it stays there. That's it. Don't overthink that, okay? If it's there, you leave it there. This is a square root, right? There's no number in there. We know it's a 2. The square root of 121. Remember, the square root is on this right here, second, because it's really common. We use that one a lot. So 121 is 11. Okay, that took care of the 121. And then we're going to do 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 16 divided by 2 is 8. Even, even, odd rule. Look at the x's. Even, 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 don't need absolute value. Look at the y's. Even, 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 don't need absolute value. It has to be even, even, odd. So that's it. You don't need absolute value symbols. Stop me if you have a question, please. Plus or minus, just because it's there. So if it's there, you put it in your answer, okay? If it's not there, you don't put it. Square root of 225. Square root 225 is, oops, I can't see it, 15. So the square root of 225 is 15, right? 16 divided by 2 for A, right? We do A by itself, then B. If you could have the whole alphabet there, you'd divide 26 times and have to check even, even, odd 26 times, okay? But I wouldn't do that to you. So A to the 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 36 divided by 2 is what?
18.
18. Check for even, even, odd. Guys, do we check the 15 for even, even, odd? No. It's only variables. Don't worry about the number in front. He can be even, odd, positive, negative, doesn't matter. Okay, so this is a 2 here. Even, even on the A, even on the A again. Okay? Even, B is even, B's answer is even. So they're both even, 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 even. Could one be absolute value and one not? Yes, that could happen. But there's neither of them needed on that one. Okay? Square root of 49, 7. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. Even, 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 still don't need them. Okay, so it'll sneak up on you. Like you'll do like a whole bunch of, I mean, it seems to not happen a lot. Okay, it seems to not happen a lot. Let me just do one more with you and then I'll put the rest of the key up. There's a negative in front. The square root of 16 is 4. 16 is a special number. It has a 4th root and a square root. 4 times 4 is 16, and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. All right, and then 4 divided by 2 on the C would be 2, and 2 divided by 2 on the D would be 1. Okay, start with C. Even, even, even. C does not need absolute value, right? Even, even, even. Like, try the D. Even, even, odd. D needs absolute value symbols. So only the D, though. Every letter for itself. Never just group them together. I mean, could both of them need it? Yes. But in this case, just the D needs the absolute value. Because it's even, even, odd. Do you see it? Okay. All right, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the key. Guys, don't just copy it. You're not going to learn. You might get perfect credit on your homework, but you're not going to pass quizzes and tests. So be smart. Don't copy. Okay, let me help anybody that kept on to some of that.